Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano and I'm back with more Star Wars Bladebuilders. This time we're going to take a look, kind of an older one. It's Kylo Ren. In fact, this debuted when Bladebuilders debuted. Back for Force Friday quite a while back. About 2 years, a year and a half ago actually, 2015. Yeah, this year is going quick. So, the reason I didn't do this one before is because originally my Kylo Ren lightsaber that I got was the build your own lightsaber from Disneyland. So that's an older video I've done. There's a link up there. If you click the little eye, you can go watch that video. But I wanted to compare this one, which I actually got on clearance. You can find it at a lot of Walmarts. This is going for like $9 right now, where normally they were about $29. So I picked it up and I said, you know what, let's do a comparison to the build your own lightsaber version from Disneyland, and let's just, let's see how that goes. Because with Bladebuilders, it doesn't work the same way that the build your own lightsabers do. There's different sizes. The build your own lightsaber ones come apart and there's a hilt inside, and it makes only like one or two sounds, while I feel like this one hopefully has a little bit more options. I don't know, we'll see. Well, I already see some differences here in the whole setup. But first, you know how I like to do, let's take a look at the outside of the box. Now, of course, this debuted for The Force Awakens, so there's a big logo on there. Here's some shots of the blade. Now, notice when the light hits that, there's texture on that. There is some interesting texture on there. Now, this set doesn't only come with Kylo Ren's lightsaber, but it also comes with a smaller little blade attachment, similar to these other ones that I have that are part of the Bladebuilders line as well. Now, if you don't know anything about the Bladebuilders line, let me tell you, it is interesting, because what you do is you take a regular lightsaber, like this red one, for instance, and you can add all these crazy attachments. Here's like weird spinners and different angles you can add it to, and that's what the Bladebuilder system is adding these little extra attachments, hooking all of your lightsabers together to make like ultimate crazy looking lightsabers. And that's what this is, but it mixes it up between unique hilts like this one or some of the other ones here on the table, or replicas like Kylo Ren's. I've got Yoda, you can get Anakin. There's all the different ones you can get, and they vary. Some of them are electronic, some of them are not. In this case, this one is electronic. So let's get back to Kylo Ren's lightsaber. There it is. You can kind of see it up close. I see some things here, some stickers, and it's zip tied in there. There's a little demo button if you want to hit it. I will show it to you a little bit later. Let's take a look at the artwork. There it is, the crossblade lightsaber. Looks a little unstable. It's got all the crazy stuff, which I think goes along with that texture that we have there. And little two shots of Kylo Ren, one doing a cool pose, and the other one, I guess, another cool pose. Kylo Ren electronic lightsaber, ages 4 and up, part of the Bladebuilders line. 2 AA batteries required. There are demo batteries included, so it works. Okay, turn off. Well, hopefully it turns off soon. But there are demo batteries inside here, so that's good. Alright, let's take a look at the back of the box here. Kylo Ren, we got more stuff. I love the schematics in the background. All little, neat little things there. It says it is 22 inches. Has a small light dagger. There you go. Shows you how you can connect it. That's cool. Shows you if you flick your wrist, then you can make it extend. And it shows you how to twist the little bottom piece in. So then there it comes with a red connector as well. And here's a couple different options and configurations you can do if you have other Bladebuilders toys. If you don't, then really that's the only connection that you can make right there. Alright, other than that, there's a couple of the older toys. Again, we have Darth Vader electronic, Luke Skywalker electronic version, Kylo Ren's, and then there is a Jedi Master lightsaber. If you want to learn anything more about those, please check out some of my other videos. But that's it for the outside of the box. Let's get this thing opened up. I think I've got a little X-Acto knife here I can use to cut the tape on that. Very good, very good. Let's pop this bad boy open and see what we got. There we go. Okay, strapped in there pretty neatly. There is a paper in here. Sometimes these don't offer a whole lot of help, but let's take a look. It's just a long paper telling you how to do things. There's an on and off button. And there's a weird little... Ah, I see. So there's a little switch on here that if you move it from setting 1 to setting 2, you take it off of demo mode and it goes to the full range of features. So that is something that we have to make sure we do. Alright, let's cut these little snaps off real quick. Sorry, I know it's going to be loud. Now that I understand that there's a little demo mode, I already know how to put these things together. It tells you how to do the batteries, how to flick your wrist and get it to open, and also how to close it. So, there you go. We'll talk about that in just a second. Oh, interesting. So if you take a look at that, there's only one of these little blades that's already on Kylo Ren's little side thing. They come off. I like that. I like that a lot. Does this one come off? No, this top one does not come off. But the two side ones do come off. In fact, there's another one hidden here inside the packaging. So you can pop those back into place or remove them as you need to. And does it? Yeah, it does come right back off. I like that a lot, actually. I think that's kind of a cool feature. We have our little plug thing that goes into the bottom. So you can add that. And once that's done... Oh, you know what? I forgot to cut off 2 little snaps here. There we go. And once that's done, you can actually attach a little bottom piece. And there we go. Now it does fully extend. So it's got a 22-inch blade. But again, I want to compare this to the Build Your Own Lightsaber version. So let's do that now. Let's remove this. Okay. Let's go fully extended first. It's always hard to see these things, so I have to lean back a bit. There's a huge difference in size here. Massive difference. Okay, so let's just stand them up next to each other. Just standing up next to each other, you can already... Let me get the same sides facing out. You can kind of see that there is a difference in height. The Build Your Own Lightsaber one is a much bigger scale, so you can see the crossblades come up a bit taller than where the other ones do. Let's turn them both on. There's the Bladebuilders. I like that. I like that let me turn that switch on to 2. There we go. I like that it's got a gradual light up. This lights up first, and then the crossblades. That's cool. It does have clashing sounds. Cool. I like that. It's got a nice... When you wave it, it makes a nice little crunchy, unstable lightsaber sound. Cool. Now let's turn it off. Okay, very nice. And so it is a much smaller scale than the one from Disneyland. Now, I am noticing a couple differences here. I want to show you guys up close what I'm looking at. Now, on my left here, I have the one from Disneyland, the Build Your Own Lightsaber. This comes apart into different pieces. And the one on the right is the new Bladebuilders I just opened. So I'm noticing some silver up here, and I can remove that sticker so that can come off. But I like the silver painting on there. You don't get that on the Disneyland one. And also the detail in here is not as good as it is over here. There's an extra blue wire. I feel like the mold on this is a bit better. You get a little silver pieces here. You don't get that on the Disneyland version. These are painted silver. They're not painted silver here at the Disneyland version. I like the look of that, especially over that. It just looks better. Now let's flip these guys around, see if there's any big difference here. Let's flip this one around. Again, those silver tones really help quite a bit. Here, there's not a whole lot going on. In fact, even this button right here, which is the on button on the Bladebuilders version, is painted gold. And again, you get a lot more details down in here that you don't get on the Disneyland version. But the Disneyland version is much bigger. There's a look at the size difference there. Huge size difference. But let's listen to the sounds here. Now, the one thing about the Disneyland one is that when you put this crossblade emitter on there, it actually causes it to make a different sound. So it sounds like Kylo Ren's lightsaber. So let's listen to that. Again, it has that crackle, that unstable roar that it does. Now let's remove Kylo Ren's emitter, the little crossblade emitter, and let's hear what it sounds like. This is what a regular lightsaber would sound like if you had the Disneyland one. Normal. It's not that weird crackly, unstable sound. But when I screw this on, listen closely, there's a little button that it triggers. There it is. And my other complaint about the Disneyland one is the lights don't quite match up. So, it's loose. When you get the lights on the side to show up, and light the side little emitters, whatever you want to call them, CrossGuards, if it's as tight as possible, they don't line up and they don't shine very well. You have to loosen it to get them to shine, which is kind of a design flaw. Let me see if I can lower that down a little bit. Another big difference that I mentioned kind of earlier was the texture of the blade. The one at Disneyland is smooth. It's a very smooth blade, while the one on the Blade Builders has this nice texture all over it that we saw earlier when I was unboxing it. So again, I think this Blade Builders one is really killing it. One thing I did want to point out about the Disneyland one, though. This is one of the reasons I'm glad I've waited until April 2017 to review this, as opposed to right when it came out. Just this last week during Star Wars Celebration in Orlando, they announced that at Disney Parks, at the Build Your Own Lightsaber Station, there's no longer just going to be one kind of crossblade. There's actually new crossblades that just hit Disneyland and Disney World this week, and they are blue, green, and purple CrossGuard attachments that you can get for your emitter. And that's really cool. So that means I have to head back to Disneyland and pick up all of them so I can show you guys exactly what they look like in future videos. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. Now, one thing I do like to do with these is I like to turn out the lights, and let's get a nice little test of how well it glows. Okay guys, you can tell it's a lot darker in here than it was before. Let me extend both my lightsabers. On this side, the one shaking right now is the one from Disneyland. And on this side, the one that's shaking is the one that is the Blade Builder. So let's do Disneyland first. Okay, lights up. You can tell in the video, the blade, I mean, it's red, so it definitely holds the color. But let's compare that to the Blade Builders. Oh yeah, okay. So, I feel like the Blade Builder's blade is less clear, it's more opaque. So it actually holds the color a bit better than the Disneyland one does. And I like the size. One of the problems I have with the Disneyland lightsabers, if I can find the off switch, one of the problems that I really have with the Disneyland lightsabers is that the size is way too big. The size feels just right. So I really do like this Blade Builders version. It looks good. It looks really cool in the dark. I like it. There's a little flash for you guys. So this is cool. All right, let's get the lights back on. Now, I gotta say, after this review, I really do appreciate the Blade Builders one quite a bit. Now, I love the Disneyland ones because you have all the different options of customizing and changing things out. But this time, Blade Builders wins. Blade Builders definitely wins on this one. I mean, you can do really, really cool stuff with Blade Builders. So, not only do I have it as a CrossGuard lightsaber, right? But you can add it to like a spinning wheel. Let's do that. Yeah, let's add this crazy pants thing to the spinning wheel. Let's put another Sith lightsaber maybe on the other side. Oh yeah, we're getting kooky here. What else do I want to do? I can add these crazy things. There's more attachments kind of everywhere. Oh, I don't even, like, there's so many weird, funky attachments that you can just go crazy with them. I don't even have enough arms to, like, make this work. I'll do it, though. I'll do it, I promise. So, let's see what else I can get going on here. I've got another slot right there. That works. And maybe... No, let's do it this way. Let's get rid of this thing. I'm running out of space. That's the only hard part with these Blade Builders is sometimes they get a little too crazy and they kind of get away from you. Okay, let's do this. Let's do it this way. There we go. This is nuts. This doesn't even make any sense. All right, let's see what else. There, we got another one. Boom. The craziest, weirdest lightsaber combinations are possible thanks to Blade Builders. I love it. Guys, let me know what you think about this lightsaber. Do you like the Disneyland one better? Do you like the Blade Builders version? One thing I was thinking about doing is picking up the non-electronic version and doing a comparison. So if that's something that you want to see, let me know so I can do it in a future video. Again, I've got some more Disneyland videos that are going to be coming up soon. I'm going to have to go visit so I can pick up the other emitters, but also be expecting Yoda and Mace Windu. And if you haven't already, go watch all my other ones. I've done almost every combination. Oh, also Obi-Wan, young Obi-Wan. That's coming soon too. So I've got a lot of it recorded. I just need to edit it. So Takes me a while. But guys, thank you so much for watching. You know I appreciate you. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. If you're not new, then you're already pretty awesome. And you know that I like to play trivia games with the stuff going on behind me. So I want to know, can any of you name that big ship behind me? I don't think you can. And if you guys love lightsabers, real quick, I wanted to let you know, check out the shirt. If you get this, if you understand what's going on here on the shirt, then you are like a true lightsaber connoisseur. And I am actually selling these on my Spreadshirt shop. There's going to be a link at the very end here, so be sure to click that if you're interested in buying a shirt. If not, cool, you can always just leave a thumbs up or a nice comment. I appreciate it. Either way, that's it for now, though. I'm going to say, may the Force have with you, and goodbye forever.